The first thing that we should have heard from the Eurogroup the other day was at least a consensus from the Eurozone countries to hold their general election at the same date. I was listening to your example with brick and construction before. Can you imagine when a constructor is taking different breaks than his other people? The problem with the measures that were pre-agreed to be agreed within the next month or two with the IMF and the Eurozone is that although they still insist on an exorbitant 3.5% budgetary surplus for Greece until the end of 2018, with a lot of chop in pensions and petty measures, they also include the measures that should have been taken and the IMF insists upon at a later date. For instance, the liberalization of the labor market, the rationalization of the tax system, and so forth. These measures will be pre-legislated for 2019, although these are measures that should have been taken since 2010.
Hi, Harris. I remember a few years ago, I had a car, it was a Volvo, and there was an audio tape that got stuck in it, and it played over and over again, and there was no way of stopping it playing, so I had to listen to the Eagles for about a year. But the sort of Greek situation seems to be like that. It seems to be, you know, we seem to have been here so many times before, and we just seem to be getting a replay over and over again. Is there any sense, any wider acceptance now that what Yanis Varoufakis said a few years ago, that, you know, we've got to get out of the current system to be able to really change things? It's not going to happen within the relationship that Greece has with the EU and with the Euro.
Well, if Yanis could find a way to address the humanitarian crisis and the death toll that would come up by Greece leaving the Euro now, then I would all go for it. But I don't see either Yanis Varoufakis or anyone else suggesting how this could happen. Greece has been taking wrong measures belatedly within 7 years. We have lost over 120 billion euros of investment, 1.5 million jobs, and we have had a very sharp drop of GDP. Unemployment is soaring. It's over 26%, and youth unemployment is over 60%, with a brain drain of about 500,000 Greeks in the past 3 years. So if these measures, if what Yanis Varoufakis is suggesting, as he was suggesting back in 2010, was done at the time, it could have been a solution. Right now, it would have been a disaster. And you know that the solution to problem that came up 7 years ago may be different at each stage. Trying to implement cure for a disease that should have been reasonable 7 years ago now is also a mistake.